Man, that really puts a perspective on how fucking old you are.
Hey, it's life.
I still haven't figured out a good way to start these videos. I always just kind of jump into it. Like, I'm not like a TV show host where it's like, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hello."
Oh, you need to
you know
get
what
that,
I mean?
man. Yeah.
I'll get there eventually, but
Right.
if you do these videos after work, you're not gonna get such an energetic me.
No, I feel you.
You know, but we are here. Yeah, we are Dion Foster. Foster, am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
So basic.
Dion Foster.
Dion Foster, coach. Man, that's crazy, man. And you said the freshman, right?
Yeah, well, this year I'm the freshman. I got named the freshman head coach, so this will be my first year as a head coach. I've been 2 years as a assistant on varsity. I was a running back
that's
coach.
awesome.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that figures.
of course. I mean, of course. You mean I was a running back in high school. I was a running back in college. That's all I played.
Yeah, right. Well, that only makes sense.
So that's the life I live, though.
That's crazy, man. Like, in my perspective, you literally went from fucking from Denny's to being a coach.
Yeah, started off at Denny's there for 9 years. Still played semi-pro football. Still played professional arena. Got hurt. Couldn't fulfill my dream. So I guess getting back into coaching helped me fulfill my dream. Hopefully I see one of my kids I coach in the NFL.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, want to thank the man who got me the job as Coach Murphy. See me at a Robbins football game. Found out who I was. He used to watch me play. And we ended up linking up, took the test to get my ASAP certified, and then ended up in college. Coaching high school football.
That's crazy, man. When is it like? Has it started yet, or
No, we're doing right now we're doing off season training, just getting the kids in shape because we get kids out of shape and they more sloppier than a 60-year-old man. So we do what we got to do to get these kids back in tip top shape. That's why football season never ends. You working out all year round.
I just picture in my head like that the movie the Little Giants. I know it's high school, but it's like it's freshmen, so they're so little.
Yeah. No, I mean
except for those like natural country big ass fucking.
No, you get some fucking big ass kids.
Like how, man?
We get some big kids. We got a kid named Brandon Allen. I think he's probably about 6'3", 6'4".
That's disgusting.
250 to 270, and we getting him in shape. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the next kid that's gonna be big out of Eisenhower. Besides Antonio Russell and Andre Lovett, we got those 3 kids coming out. As long as they get their stuff together, grades is up to par. Those gonna be the next three big things coming out of Eisenhower in the next 3 years, and I'm looking forward to it.
Man, that's crazy.
So
that's crazy. That's like, man, like you've come a long way. That's a fucking walk, man. From what was that, 12 years ago? Something like that?
we've been out of high school. Oh man. Whew.
Fuck you.
Hey, it's been a fucking long journey. Put it like this. I started high school in 2001.
03, well then you'd be 05.
You ain't have to say it. I was trying to make people guess.
I know, my bad. He was trying to save face and I go and blow dust in his eyes.
So, but yeah, man, it's been a journey. Playing football, living the life. Thought I was going to go to the NFL. Got hurt. Came back, played professional arena, semi-pro for a couple years. Then I said it was time for me to let it go.
I remember that, man. Like, I'd show up and you'd be like in your car. You'd have your pads and your cleats and shit, just chilling. It's like, damn.
I used to go straight from work to a football game, no matter where it was. I had to drive to a football game, play a football game, drive back, be back at work the next morning. I had that grind passion.
And you were the manager there?
Yeah.
I hated that place so much.
Hey,
I can't even imagine.
And when you're a manager, you're a server, you're anything there. Like you got to make the money, man. Especially when you by yourself and you got to make ends meet. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. At that time, we both was providing for a family. So you got to, hey, Got to do it that way, man. It's the life you live, the life you chose. You gotta keep it moving. Cause that's another thing. Some of these kids don't have a father figure. You got to be a role model to these kids.
Yeah, it's the one thing I'm grateful for. That's for sure. Is that I get to still be in my kid's life.
Oh yeah, I'm in my kid's life, but my biggest thing is now that me coaching for the what I've been coaching 12 years now, from youth to high school. My biggest thing was always being a positive role model to the youth or to a young adult that's coming in high school.
Man.
Because some of them, I don't know what they have at home, but some of you never know. Some of them might not have daddy at home. Some of them might not have mommy at home. But
you might actually save some of these kids' lives.
That's another thing.
You just don't know.
And that's my biggest thing. Like, I got kids at the school. I miss one day at work. They come to me, where was you at yesterday? I can't take a day off? No. That's exactly what some of these kids say, man. I can't take a day off of work. I can't. They created since I've been there, they created a Dion fan page on Instagram.
Oh man, they got you.
It's nothing bad, man. These kids, like, you should see how much respect I get from some of these kids in this.
That's
like,
good though, man. That's
I would say at least 85% of them kids in that school.
How could you ask for more? Like, that's crazy.
Man, it's crazy. But I wouldn't trade. Like I said, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love doing what I do. It's for the kids, for the community, and just being the person I am. Staying out of BS, staying positive. Everything is positive with me. I always have a positive attitude. You can never see me in a dull moment. It's just always positive because, like I say, you got to be a role model for the youth because some of these kids is not making it. Not granted, like you never know where their background. They might not make it.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true.
So
that's the reality, though.
It got to be the reality.
Not everybody's gonna make it to next season. Not everybody who makes it to next season is gonna make it to college. Not everybody who makes it to college is gonna make it to the NFL.
And that's my biggest thing when I coach kids, and they always talk about NFL.
Man, play the game to play the game. Learn the game.
I tell them my one big quote I always have. One big thing I say, what does the NFL mean? And I'll sit there and let them think about that. First thing the kid will say is National Football League. I say, no, you're wrong. They say, that's what it look. They'll start looking it up on their phone. I say, I want you to think about this. Not for long. Because average lifespan, if you play the position I play with running back, average lifespan for a running back is 3 to 5 years in the NFL. Yeah. I grant Emmitt Smith made it. He played 16. Barry Sanders played. Like all these Marshall Faulk, all these running backs played over these years. I give them props. But now if you see them walking or doing anything, it's problems. I mean, now I'm 35 years old. Yeah, and I still got to deal with my problems with my legs and my arm because of all the years I played running back. It took a beating to my body.
Right.
I beat my body. And that's what I tell these kids. You get injured, you have to have your degree. They can take your career from you, but they can't take your degree from you.
At least you have that knowledge.
Of course. I got to have that knowledge. Because if I had that knowledge when I was growing up, I'd have did so many things different back then that I'm trying to catch up and do now. It's like stuff I'm still kicking myself in the ass because of I should have did this when I was 24, 25 years old, not when I'm fucking almost 40.
Yeah. That's how I feel about a lot of things, man. Just shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
But like I say, I tell kids too, you live and you learn by your mistakes. You live and you learn.
Yeah, that's for sure. And some of these kids, man, like I'll give it to you, man. You have the patience of something I've never fucking seen before. Like, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this though. It was when I first started working in the school. Like I said, I was just a cafeteria monitor, and I was just dealing with the kids from 9:30 in the morning to 1:30. Yeah, sometimes I stay late because of certain things, but then I'll leave school, come back for football practice, and I'm gone. But now that I'm full time, thank you to my bosses that gave me full time. Is I'm there from 7:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock, not during football and basketball season because I coach basketball there too.
Oh, nice.
So then football basketball season, I'm there from 7:30 in the morning to almost 7:30 at night, every Monday through Friday. So you just gotta.
Yeah, no, right?
It's
a bastard flying around. I'll get him.
It's gonna happen, but just the time frames. But it's like I say, it's never a dull moment. Sometimes you might catch me a little frustrated in the morning because I ain't get enough sleep, but then I get my little boost in me. I'm straight. That's all I do. I have my little drink, my little energy drink before I start my day fully, and I'm back into it. I'm back rolling. Like, hey, I got a 12-hour day ahead of me. I got to keep it moving. I can't let these kids. Some of these kids know me so well to where they know when I'm mad. Like, kids see my face, I'm like, Dion, what's wrong? Nothing. You're lying. Why you mad? I'm not mad. So okay. Then later in the day, hey, I was kind of mad early. Like, how you know? Because I know you. I'm like, all right, cool.
I'd be like, ask again. 2 laps.
Man, so mad, but
Think about it. That's another 2.
Yeah, true.
I can read your mind.
Why? You know what? While I'm thinking about it, run another one.
Right.
Just make them bad.
Backwards. Fuck off.
Right. But just working in a school. I don't know, man. I'm so excited because you know how people used to just wake up and they hate going to their job. Some people I feel hate going to their job, and they like just want to find something new. But now, like, I done told my mom, I done told my bosses, I done told coworkers, I done told a lot of people. I love waking up and driving 30 minutes every day to work.
That's good. That's good, man.
I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And now that I'm in there, I can see myself actually retiring in that school district.
Nice.
As a security guard or wherever I move to my next, but like I said, I wouldn't trade it for the world. But yeah. So that's the life of a football coach. It's you never have an off day.
Man, you have purpose.
You never have an off day. From the time you leave a school, you still gonna have a kid text you, Coach, what we need to do for tomorrow, or you have a parent text you. So I shut my phone off after 10 o'clock. There's no more Coach Dion for the day, right. And my phone comes back on after 7:30. Me. That's all you see, and I'll be like, what? I told these kids I was sitting in it'll be in a Google Classroom form. I was like, these kids need to pay attention. Some of these kids they keep asking until you finally tell them, look in your Google Classroom. Like, why you can't look in your Google Classroom for what we need for tomorrow, especially on game day.
Right.
You have so many kids coming to, Coach, I don't have a mouthpiece. Didn't you do a check yesterday before the game? You knew you had a game? Coach, I left my jersey. Weren't you supposed to wear it while you were in school?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do that, don't they?
Like, not now. It's totally different. Like, it's certain things, like, I see now through all high school, I should say, football organizations to compare to when we were there. I know some schools, our school, I know we wore our jerseys.
Right.
Some other schools, I know they didn't wear their jerseys. But then, like, kids come to practice late. This is for everybody. Kids coming to practice late. Kids not showing up to practice, doing no calls, no show.
That's not good.
That's like, especially if you're a starter or backup, anything. And that's one thing that is a big throughout all schools throughout. Right. It's not just here, there, nor there. It's everybody.
Man. They need more motivation.
It's everywhere. And it's like, it gets to me because before I started coaching high school, I used to go to check out other schools' practices. Practice be going on for 30 minutes. I see a kid coming out of the locker room going to football practice. Like,
look, if he ain't the kicker, he should be running.
I know. I kid you not. I know if it was Coach Gary Cahornan, rest in peace, to one of the Illinois greats.
Oh, that's right.
If you played for Coach Cahornan, you showed up to practice late, you missed a practice. No matter who the hell you was not playing that following week.
I believe it. There's a reason why they named the field after him.
Oh, great! He's a hell of a coach. I can remember the day he came to me. It's like, you're coming to varsity football. I said, no, I'm not. I kid you not. I told Coach. I said, no, I'm not. I wasn't ready. I was a 165-pound freshman. Just ended my football season. In the middle of my basketball season, and he came to me in the weight room and said, you're playing varsity football now. I said, no, I'm not.
Man, what position basketball you play?
I played guard. I was a guard.
What the fuck?
I was a little smaller, man. You know, I was jumping out the gym.
You're like a good 5'5".
I'm 5'9".
Stilts.
5'9". Get it right, man. I was 5'9". But yeah, like I say though, he came to me, said that. Then I knew
tip off must have been rough.
I wasn't a jump ball. It was Gary Robinson.
Oh man.
Or Antoine. I can't remember Antoine's last name, but he came to me and said that. I said no, not at all. Somehow he called my parents, my mom. She didn't say nothing to me. One day I came to school, they was sitting in the office.
Got it.
Then I talked to Prince and Ellis, Jermaine Jackson, all the guys I knew playing for the Robbers Eagles when I played. They was like, man, you need to go up to varsity. I'm like, man, I ain't going to no varsity. I ain't finna play with them big old motherfuckers. I said, no.
That was your little kid fear in you.
That was just that 14-year-old. I was only 14 at the time, too. 14-year-old little fear in me. But I'm like, man, this all I grew up on, playing with bigger kids. Gave it a shot and ended up being one of the top-ranked running backs in the nation. The number 2 running back in the state of Illinois. I hold pretty much every record except for 2 records at Richards. But, yeah, everything else overall, that's what made me the person I am to this day, is the man right there, Gary Cahorner. So, that's who did a lot for me. Made me the man I am. But granted, I had my dad in my life, but he made me the man I am to this day about giving back to the youth.
Yeah.
That's one thing he always told me. He always told me, make sure you give back to the youth. And I stuck with that. And that's what happened. I gave back to the youth.
That's good, man.
But yeah, that's... Other than that, man, football season right around the fucking corner. I can't wait.
Yeah, you better go undefeated.
You know what, man? That's my big.
I want a Goldberg WCW undefeated streak from you.
That's
from this point on. What did Goldberg go? 174. So that's 174 games.
Fuck
For the next
that.
5 years, you will go undefeated with every freshman that comes in.
But you know what, though? I'm glad you said that, because
you'd be a fucking monster, man. You would be head coach of, like, probably whatever college you would be.
Man, that'd be the dream. That's a dream. That's a dream, but that's one of my biggest things that I want to accomplish my
Turn
first
these
year.
kids into monsters.
Yeah, my first year as a head coach on a freshman level.
If they're not putting Urlacher numbers up,
yeah, man. I just want. That's my biggest thing. I want to go undefeated my first year. I want to go undefeated because so far I know I got a couple kids I know, a good group of kids I should say, that's coming in. I think that's gonna make an impact on this freshman level, and I ain't gonna have to look for leadership because I've coached them before in a youth organization, so they know we got Coach D. We know how he coached. Let's get it rolling.
Right.
I don't want to choose captains. I want captains to make captains. I want kids just to step up and be a captain.
Right.
I don't want to have to say, hey, this is such as my captains. No, I want kids to step up and be a captain
they should earn it. They got to earn that stripe.
They're going to earn that stripe, but I'm going to see who's stepping up on a daily.
Oh,
I keep my tabs in my head. Or the other coaches that's out there, they keep them. So we're going to make sure we know. But I have a good group of kids coming in this year. It's going to be very, very exciting. It's going to be very intriguing. Because, you got freshmen. Some of them ain't never played football before. Some of them just been playing football all their life, but never got the opportunity to show what they had on the field. And I'm a firm believer of giving every kid a chance. If you got to sit the bench, you got to sit the bench. What that tells you should do?
Learn
and get yourself fucking better for the next season, or get yourself better for the ongoing through the season. We see you improving.
You're
going to earn that spot. Correct.
I mean, everybody. Well, I mean that's football.
first string, second string, third string. You gotta earn that spot, man.
Yeah.
You know, I never played. I mean, obviously, I never played football in high school. I wound up playing baseball, like for the what is it, the park districts. Fucking so dumb. Cause like no, like I guess all the baseball teams were high school, you know, and the park districts didn't really have a lot of teams, I guess, or enough people. So what they did is they threw us in with the high schools. So we were like, all right, fuck it. But the only problem is we were all those fucking dumbass kids that really just sucked, except for like maybe 2 or 3 guys, you know. And the first high school we played was Oak Forest. These motherfuckers killed us, and it was a football score by the time we were done. Like, we didn't touch it. Like,
that's fucked up.
Like, it was 28-0. That's what it was. They destroyed
those
us.
scores are brutal. I hate seeing scores like that.
They destroyed, and that was before the third, so they couldn't even call a slaughter rule because I think that was like after 6.
Some 5th or 6th, something like that. Yeah,
it was devastating, bro, because it happened so fucking fast. Like, we blinked, and we were down that much, and we just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's
like
that sucks right there.
Like Oak Forest was that year. That team was fucking devastated. They fucking destroyed us, but we actually won the rest of the games after that because I guess they split it into 2 things. Like, you play like 5 or 6 games, and then you don't play for like a week or 2, and then you play another 5 or 6 games. And like, I never understood the tournament thing because we were a park district, and there's like no reason to believe that we would ever be able to participate in any school style tournament. You know what I mean? Like,
that was dumb shit back
imagine.
in the day. I mean, you know what though? You get that shit all over, man. Still, like I say, it's not just the south suburb schools. And it's not just Catholic League schools.
Because it's like
not just CPS.
Not enough kids playing the sports.
It's sometimes it's not enough kids.
Like, all right,
or
fuck it, we'll take that league and throw it into this league.
Or it's just kids don't want to participate, or you just. And the biggest thing too now with traveling in high school is the buses. It's the buses because some bus companies.
I've noticed.
Some bus companies need workers, and don't nobody want to work right now, which is sad. But that's neither near here or there. But it's just sometimes you got
that's an issue with all grades because I'm with my kids. I'm dealing with the same thing. Like,
okay, so I mean even PACE they dealing with it.
Yeah,
CTA.
It's
so fucked up to where everything is back open and people. It's so fucking easy to find a job.
Nobody wants to work.
Nobody wants to work. And what's crazy?
I've been hiring for 3 months. 4 months, about 4 months, and it's not bad. 15 an hour to start. You know, it's an outside job. Yeah, it's a little tedious. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. You know, whatever. Grow up. It's a big boy job. You know,
right? Exactly.
But you know, once you jump on commission after you get that first raise, it's like that hourly doesn't even make sense anymore because you're on commission. You know, you make as you go, and you get that first check and you're just like, oh, that's what real money looks like. You know what I mean?
Grinding,
right?
And that's
harder
right.
You grind, the more
and
you
what's
make.
crazy, I don't work in the summer, so I just decided to apply for a restaurant job.
Must be nice.
I love it. I love it. Christmas break, spring break,
right?
Summer. I don't work unless we got summer school at the school, which I don't mind that. But
everything the school considers.
What shows you that you can get a job just like this because I filled out an application on Indeed, a couple applications.
Right.
In a matter of 4 days, I had 7 restaurants call me for an interview.
Well, look at your background.
Granted, you have my background. I have 15 years of restaurant experience, but they're training people. If you never had a job, I had a kid that I got it. Like, you never had a job, you never even worked in a restaurant. They're giving you a chance to try it out to see if you like it. Because in that waiter industry, that server industry, you can make you can make more money than the average motherfucker. I kid you not.
No, I know it.
Depending on where you at, you can make more money than the average motherfucker being a server. And and people don't understand that.
It does help to have a nice pair of tits.
Well, that's not really.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, dude, I was
when
making.
I worked there, I swear to God, like, okay, who was the only other dude that worked there?
As a server or a manager?
I think no, the only other manager there wound up being a fucking pedophile himself too. Yeah. And he was the one who I originally like started kind of going over there for because like I was friends with him.
Yeah.
Damn, man. God, dude, do I just attract like what the fuck?
Dude, I mean, I don't know. It depends on how you are too. Like I say, when I was working there, I was making damn near $1,100, $1,200 a week.
Right. You know, as long as
and I was working 5 days.
You know, you're busting that. You could sell the product really good, and you could sell your I don't mean to say like sell yourself, but being a server, you have to kind of sell yourself, you know.
True, but I mean,
and whatever yourself is it's gonna set the mood of what the atmosphere of what they're eating is too, you know.
Yeah.
So if you're nice and you're bright and you're glowing, you know, people are gonna see that. They're gonna notice that. If you come up to the table like that one fucking rocker chick that used to work there, I can't remember her name.
We won't say that.
She was so fucking miserable.
Won't say the name.
Oh, hi, can I help you? Yeah, alright, yeah, okay, alright. Like, I can still hear her in my head. She was so annoying.
Well, on that note, I gotta take a piss.
Oh shit. Alright, well, I mean, I'll keep going. Go ahead, dude. This is live, bro. We're doing it live. I guess we're gonna take a little break. Fuck it. Right? We're here. Why not? Like to take a moment to thank my sponsor, Koopa Troopa. I'm kidding. There's no such thing as Koopa Troopa. Nobody wants to sponsor my ass. I wouldn't expect anybody to. Time to get into the politics of things. Man, what the fuck? You racehorse?
Yeah, dude. When I piss, I gotta piss.
Nice.
Now you put on a fucking Zero jacket.
Excuse me? Usually, well, I mean, this whole thing comes with like a little gimmick.
Yeah, I guess.
When I'm doing like regular sit down, fuck it conversations, like kind of like what this is. You know, it's like with a black jacket. If somebody wants to, which hasn't happened yet, which I'm kind of sad, but it will eventually. Somebody wants to come on and start talking politics and shit, which I'm really hoping for soon.
Yeah, true.
Because like I either want to like rally with you or eat you alive.
Yeah, I'm not so big into that politics shit, man. I just deal with it, go with the flow, and it is what it is. I mean,
I feel like depending on what field of career you have, it kind of like affects you even more so. Like you, I can't imagine putting too much thought into it because you got to make a game plan, man. Like you're working on the game plan. You're working on like what kid needs improvements. He needs to keep his foot posted over here and keep it firm when he pushes off with this foot. Like you're worrying about that shit more than like okay, I don't care about what this guy's doing. Like in some other country, cool, great. I'm mad because he keeps not setting his fucking feet right. You know, I've been telling him for 2 weeks.
I'll be critiquing his ass. I'll be critiquing him on his fucking footwork and what the fuck he's doing. You ain't lying about that one.
Like, you know what? But like, that's what I see. That's how I see like a coach being. You know, like they don't have fucking real time to think about anything else except.
You know what? I mean,
how do I make yesterday better than. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is another thing too. With football, when it comes to football, you have, just hypothetically, being on varsity, we played on Friday, every Friday. We watched film on Saturday. Sunday, we just had coaches meetings. Monday, we're back getting ready for another team. So every week, our game plan changes.
Right.
And it's not just for our head coach, our assistant coach. This is for a whole collective as one to figure out what the fuck we have to do for the week. So being a football coach, just being a coach in general, from any sport, you have just weeks to game plan. Baseball, I give y'all props. Y'all play 3 games in 2 days. I don't know how the fuck
they do that.
I don't know how the fuck
Sometimes they do 2 games in a fucking day, man.
Yeah, like y'all do double
we
headers.
gotta catch up, so we're gonna do the double
header. Yeah, y'all do double headers, and I don't
for real.
know.
Yeah. Sometimes
I'm not doing
it's
that.
against one team. Sometimes it's against 2 different teams.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But
you can't do that shit in football.
No,
it's impossible.
That's fucking impossible. Granted,
look, I'm impressed when you get and it always works out this way in the NFL too. You get a team that doesn't play that fucking Sunday. They play the Thursday, but then you get the team that plays that fucking Sunday that plays that same Thursday,
yeah.
And then they get mopped like oh, of course they get mopped, man. Like
because they didn't fucking your body
they just fucking played a game. There's a horrible advantage on the other team.
Yeah, your body has to have at least I mean, granted,
that almost never. And you know what? I'm not saying do it, but like, it almost feels like that's like the odds, man. If the team played on Monday,
yeah,
or Sunday or Monday, odds are they're not gonna, unless they're playing their second string. But odds are they ain't gonna be ready.
No, hell, fuck no. I mean, dude, football. Like I say, football, hockey, and. Okay, basketball. You taking a beat? Yeah, well,
reluctantly.
Basketball. Yeah, basketball. You take a beat on your knees because you're jumping up and down on the hardwood floor. Football and hockey, you're getting hit. Every time you touch the puck, every time you move up and down the.
Hockey looks exhausting, man.
Hockey, I give them props.
Look, I used to do wrestling, right? I used to be
right,
but not a professional wrestler, but I wrestled in the Indies, for IUWA. That was good times. Thank you, Ivan. Good times. But even then, dude, you're running the ropes, running that match. You're doing it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm done, and I'm like, and that's getting tossed around for 5 minutes. I don't think I would ever have the fucking stamina, especially for one being the big motherfuckers up on the line. They're constantly getting beat up on. That's an all day thing.
Yeah.
And that's just that.
Right.
You have to have good stamina to do that.
Yeah.
And pray to God you don't accidentally get the ball.
No, you know what?
But
though?
then my thing is these receivers, these guys that do that shit, the receivers and the cornerbacks and the safeties,
they run up and down the field all fucking
I don't know how they do it.
You know what?
Every hike they have to go fucking 10 yards this way and then cut this way and do all this shit for fucking nothing because you just want to pitch the ball to this guy. But that's the route. That's the plan.
That's the game plan.
You gotta fool them.
Yeah,
you got to keep that option open. If you wanted to
pass the ball,
A ain't working, you go to B or C.
Yeah, but you got to get them linemen.
Hit them with that Omaha.
Hey, you got to get them linemen. You got to give them old linemen though the most up respect because they do take a beating, and they're trying to protect two. No. They trying to protect 2 guys.
I don't care what anybody says.
Their quarterback in their backfield. They're trying to protect them.
That front line, defense and offense. That front line,
you're
right
taking
there.
A beating.
That
and
front line. Those
you're
guys,
only 2 yards apart, if that, and you're banging your heads every fucking play.
And they say sumo wrestling is hard. I could see that, but I raise you fucking 5 guys trying to beat the shit out of each other, trying to get to somebody else.
That's a beating. I can.
Can you imagine just being that guy staring on the other side of Khalil Mack, just being like, I'm about to get my ass.
I'm not even gonna fucking touch the ball. He gonna toss it to me, and I'm just gonna slap the motherfucker down. I made a kid do that when I was playing for the Robbers Eagles. He didn't want to me go against me, so the coach pitched him the ball. He threw the pitch, slapped the ball down. He know who he is.
Nah, you were fucking iron, dude. You cut through motherfuckers like.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
It wasn't right, dude. Your shins were fucking steel.
It was just.
Like, I never really went to any of the football games because that wasn't my scene. I was more of that rebel. I'm gonna fuck up my life before it starts kind of guy. So.
But you turned out somewhat alright.
I mean, now.
Yeah.
I'm almost 40, bro.
Yeah.
The 30s woke me up. My 20s, I can't remember half of it.
Yeah.
They're black spots, dude. It's bad. Like I was terrible. Like I couldn't. Like I was just a bad person.
Hey man, you know what? Everybody has their dark phases.
Yeah.
Everybody has their dark phases. I mean, everybody lives their life the way they live their life. They choose the life they want to choose. You deal with it, man. You go on. But my biggest thing is, you live and you learn.
Right. I remember I was walking in the hallway, and it was one of Cornyn's undefeated seasons.
Which one? He had numerous of those.
It was the last two that I remember.
So
that
my sophomore year.
Yeah, that would have been
your senior.
Probably last one. Your last.
My
one.
Senior year.
We're oh my god.
Because we went when Cornyn coached me.
We know. Well, I know what happened.
Yeah.
It was a great season, guys. Terrible ending.
Hey man,
in the world of professional sports, that's what you call an old man and fucking smackdown.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody picked up a controller and all mad in the fucking shit out of you guys. Like no, like it almost felt like that was the one game I paid attention to because school spirit and stupid shit.
Yeah, that was my sophomore year. We were playing.
What was it? 48, something like that, to nothing.
No, that was my junior year. We lost at Richards.
It wasn't state, but it was like the before state.
Yeah, that was at Richards. We played Manuka. They beat us 41-7.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That was my junior year. We didn't go undefeated that year in the regular season. Yeah, that was my junior year. I remember all my seasons.
I thought you did.
I went undefeated on varsity we went undefeated my sophomore year.
Yeah, I remember 2 undefeated seasons.
When Durant Johnson and them,
maybe
Jason Roscoe and them were.
But I was also there 2 years before you, so.
Right. So I know that class, the 01 class, they went undefeated when I was a freshman in the regular season. And they went to state and lost to Providence. And then the following year, that's when I stepped in my running back the following year. And that's when we went undefeated.
Jerry, like that, man, I remember in the fucking hallway, like, they were telling, like, oh yeah, they won again. And this kid, like, fucking, this Dion, dude, he can't stop him. He can't take him down. I was like, what? And then you passed up. You were wearing your jersey.
Uh-huh.
The white one. Was it? Yeah, the white one, I think. And you had, I don't know why I remember this and why it's so fucking random, but you had like black jeans on or some shit like that.
I always wore black jeans with the white jersey.
Yeah, and like their shit was tucked in, and I was like, that fucking guy. Mm-hmm. Because I at that time I hit that growth spurt, so I towered over everybody.
Right.
So and like you just this little ass dude just walks past me. Oh yeah, dude, he couldn't be stopped, bro. He didn't even no. Like fucking what? Like fucking 13, 14 yards of carry if they're lucky. If they're lucky.
If they're lucky, yeah, man. That was like I said.
A straight run through, like fuck.
Like I say, man,
it was do it. But then again, kids like you, there's always that freak of fucking nature that came out of nowhere, man. That would have been you.
Like I say, man, if it wasn't for that,
or what's his name? Oh. They just fucking, man, he was such a cool running back. I really liked him.
Who?
Cohen?
Oh, Tariq Cohen?
Yeah, they just got rid of him,
too. Yeah, that's...
How do you feel? I can play, coach. That's great. You're cut.
Yeah, I'm not a Bears fan. Sorry for you Bears fans. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's who I am. I'm a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's good.
Love them.
That's good. At least you have more of a chance of getting into the playoffs than the Bears do.
Well, we got a Super Bowl in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and
baby.
Bears won 1-2 in '85 like nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, you was just born. I wasn't even thought of.
It's in the past. Nobody cares.
Oh, hey, so we got the most recent one, but we're gonna have another one before the Bears even get another one, so it doesn't even matter. I will argue that shit all fucking day.
We'll see.
I will argue that all day. The Bears is not going to win a Super Bowl in the next 20 years.
Oh, I don't think so.
Mark my words.
I say 36, but I don't want to put any money on it. No.
I would say the Bears is not going to win a Super Bowl in the next 20 years. You know what? I'll be even nice. I'll say 15.
I could see that too, man.
I'll say 15 years. The Bears don't know how to spend their fucking money.
No.
No matter who they get in the front office.
Who's the quarterback now? I know Fields is kind of still lingering around. But
they just picked up a no-namer.
What happened to Lamar Jackson or something Lamar? The dude, fuck is
Lamar
his name?
Jackson plays for the Ravens.
Yeah, him.
No.
I thought they were getting rid of.
They were trying to get. I do believe they were trying to get Deshaun Watson.
That's his fucking name.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get Deshaun Watson. That didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
They don't want to spend. Dude, I kid you not.
How much does he want? He ain't even
too
that
much.
good.
The Bears don't know how to spend money. Just like when the Bears had Alshon Jeffrey. Just like when they had Alshon Jeffrey.
He was a good receiver.
They gave him to the Eagles. He helped us win that following year, that Super Bowl.
Yeah, fuck you. I remember that. I was salty about
Then
that.
when we got rid of Nick Foles and gave the Bears Nick Foles, that last year Nick Foles took us to the Super Bowl when Carson Wentz went down. That next year was Nick Foles' last year to beat the Nick Foles that we know he can be. That was the last year. Because he was horse shit for the Bears. Granted, the Bears' offensive line was horse shit.
Like, it's the fucking, like, to me, and this is what I think, because the proof is the fact that every time a quarterback leaves the Bears, they just do really good.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Every time that kind of happens, I mean, look at, Trubisky, what, he got...
He's with Buffalo, I do believe.
Right, but he's
behind Josh Allen.
Yeah, of course. But the fact of the matter is he could have started. And he did start for a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, no. I think Josh Allen was hurt, but yeah.
I think it was, yeah. But it's still, then they won.
Yeah.
The cock wants to let me know things that apparently Fast and Furious and Peacock Limited shows. I don't even, like, I turn my notifications off, and I feel like every time I turn my phone back on, it just...
Oh, you always gonna get that, no matter what.
Like, stop.
Yeah, but other than that, though, it's... I just don't, like I say, football is not football how it used to be when I was coming up playing. Like, they got so much system, they systified so much more hits. You can't hit a person this way. You can't hit a person this way. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's fucking football.
Pause. We are now stepping into the reality that we are our parents. Think about that, though, because they were like, when all these, like, when it became like a receiver friendly league not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
The generation before that was our parents, and they were like, "No, hit them harder."
Right.
Like, hit, like, fucking, like, what do you mean they can't close line? What do you mean you can't get slapped in the face?
No, I'm just not gonna say it's parents though.
Well, I'm talking about, like, the generational change.
Yeah, the generational change.
I'm not talking about
it's also, though,
and, like,
some of these hits that they give out, though, I understand. The hits that you get helmet to helmet, you can break your neck like that. I lost one of my best friends.
I understand that.
I lost one of my best friends. He was a big brother to me. He got injured against Oak Forest. Then he ended up playing against
Oak Forest.
Then he ended up living 11 more years, and he ended up passing. He's a Eisenhower alum. He ended up passing away. He got hurt in a game. Like, that was one of the times where I thought about giving up football, because I seen my best friend, my big brother, my role model get hurt and never could walk again.
See, that hurts.
So
that's scary.
He told me when he was in a hospital bed, he told me if I was to quit fucking football, he gonna get up out of this hospital bed and beat my ass. I kid you not, rest in peace to my big brother Rocky. But that's what he told me. And I stuck with it, and look where I'm at to this day. And the hits that I took, like I say, that's why the way I am now. I have problems with my body, because it's so different to now with certain hits, and I understand that now, because just like some of these NFL guys that killed themselves because they was hitting the head so much.
Right. Yeah. No, that's true.
Some of these guys just go fucking crazy over time of getting hit.
It's only high school, guys. Take it easy.
Like,
show me what you got, but don't kill each other out there.
These kids got to live a life. You want to be able to. My biggest thing to why I retired so early, I retired playing football at 28. I stopped playing because I thought about it. I say, I want to be able to go. I want to be able to go watch my kids, coach my kids, run up and down the court, run up and down with my kids. I want to be able to walk around with my kids. I don't want to beat my body up to where they push me in a wheelchair or push me on a fucking walker. They might get mad at me and push me down the fucking stairs.
You fucking oughta, you goddamn Eagles fan. Fucking bastard.
So
We'll be right back.
it's recorded.
Is it? Cool, great. We're back. Yeah, sorry, took a break. Well, it's not a break for you guys. For you guys, you blinked.
It was a break for us, though. You know, it's the life we live.
You know, I had to talk about some personal shit. You know, the shit that you actually, actually got to pay us to get that contact.
Yeah, you'll never get that contact out of me. Not at all, brah. So, don't ask. Any other football wisdom, being a person wisdom, you come holler at me. I get that free. That's free of charge.
Yeah, see, we couldn't show it because we were hazing him. Initiation to our cult, whatever our cult is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's fucking life.
I'm just making this shit up as I go.
Yeah, hey man,
happening.
I appreciate you doing the podcast for me. I know we've been trying to do it for months, and there's just been shit been getting in the way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just been trying to let it be, and then I'm like, you know what?
Man, it happens natural. This is, I feel like, I mean, I kind of been grateful to be able to do one every week and a half, and I don't like doing them by myself because I feel like I start just talking to myself and I'm only going to get the answer that I want to hear. That's not fun.
Yeah, when you start answering yourself, then you got a fucking problem.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, other than that though, it's just the life. It's just the life. That's what everybody say, Dion. To me, well, Dion, I am Dion, but that's what everybody say. They be like, Dion, why you always this? I be like, this is life. They're like, is that your favorite thing to say? It's just life.
That's what it is, man.
It is what it is. It's just life. You'll see, it's coming out soon. It's just life. Mark my word. It's just life.
Yeah, right.
That's a new one.
Dion Foster.
Mark my word. It's just gotcha. You'll see that one too.
Pat Penny.
Hey, just coming up with
trademark that shit. Put it on a shirt, man.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to do something. But yeah, man, it's that one. That's a good one. So, other than that, though,
like, how do you like? Because I never played football to that aspect, so it's like I never. Like, how do you get like? You're right about to go out those doors. How I mean you know the game plan. They know the game plan. You're moments about to go through that door to run down the hallway or however it goes, whatever schematics you have, and then out to that field. But you're right about to leave that fucking room. What's the mindset? How do you approach that? Because like I can't ask you to give me like a speech like that, because that kind of shit literally I feel like would happen on the whim. You kind of gotta give it in the moment. You can't really think about shit like that. But like,
so are you saying
like what's the mindset?
So are you saying from me being in the class all day to me turning my shit up and to get into the field?
Right, how do you
my transition?
Right, like okay, so your whole team is in that room with you. You're geared up. You're ready to go. You're right about to go onto that field. And you again, I don't know how it goes, but do you have that like that last word before you go out there and just fucking do your thing? Like what's the mindset on that shit? Like
it was just you being with your teammates, which you'll call your brothers, because you're with them so long throughout the summer, winter, everything. Call them your brothers. When you get to that field and you see that gridiron and you see all your fans rooting for you, that's when you know it's time to turn that notch on and kick ass and let's get out there with a W.
Right.
No matter what it is.
Stick to the plan.
Just stick. We do what we do best and get out there in our mindset. Like with me personally, my mindset changed. Yeah, everybody might say I'm soft, I'm this, I'm that, but no, my mindset changed when I see my family. When we came out of Richards, standing by that back door. When I see my family, they didn't even go to the game until we crossed their face. When I see my family standing there waiting for me and saying good luck to me is when I turn my notch on before I even hit the gridiron. And that's what turned it on to me. And then I had another kid. He didn't. He played his senior year, but he didn't play much as his junior year. He always said, "What part you want me to be in?" So we was always partners for a year. When I was a senior, he was a junior. We always was partners, warming up together. And he always told me, "Good luck, Dion. Let's go get a W." And that right there turned my notch from a 5 seeing my family to a 10 him telling me that.
Yeah.
And I blocked everything else out. I didn't care. Like my mom told me times she heard me cussing on the field. She heard me screaming cussing because where they said at. I didn't care because my mindset was set on my football team, and on everything else I did.
Right.
So, other than that, that was how I turned it on. Some other people turn it on by listening to music. I hated listening to music before a game. I hated listening to music. Music was not my thing when I was going into a football game. I probably go mingle off, go on a computer, and I would look up old football quotes, old football movies, and I would look at a little glimpse of that. Right. My favorite one was The Program. I always watch stuff with The Program. My favorite quotes came from Vince Lombardi. That's what turned my notch up when I came onto a football field.
See, it's so fucking different than like just baseball, because like in baseball, there's no camaraderie in a sense, because it's not a contact sport. There's no plays.
Baseball,
you go according to how the ball moves, right?
Touché.
So instead of learning how to do something with a partner, or say like me and the first baseman did this to get an out. That doesn't exist. You only can teach your body, and you can teach yourself how to play the game.
But don't get me wrong.
Goes.
Don't get me wrong. Baseball is not an easy sport. You see that little bitty ass ball coming at you 100 miles per hour.
No, it's not.
You don't know where the fuck it's gonna end up. That's the reason why I didn't play baseball.
Baseball to me was terrifying because I did get hit once. That sucked.
Yeah.
I remember the first time, Olympia Fields, that's where I was at.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, first fucking game I ever played, first time I ever fucking even touched a baseball bat. Like, my mom had put me on the team all late as shit. They fucking dressed me up. I go up there not expecting to do anything, and he goes, "Hey, Melissa, you're up!" I'm like, what? Get handed this bat, and I'm like, oh, fuck, alright. You know, I'm doing one of these things, pretending like I know what I'm fucking doing.
Don't know, have an idea in the fucking world.
I'm looking this way, looking that way, looking this way, and then I see the ball. Pow! Oh.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
But hey, the next time I guess you can count that as a hit, but technically I was 2-0, yeah, because the second time I went up, or 2 for 2, how do you say it? I think that's how you say it. But I hit a double. That was pretty nice. It was a fresh pitcher, you know. He was being all conservative and careful.
Oh, of course.
Fucking slow, stupid ass. Fucking thank you. Can hit that.
Right.
My big fat ass at the time too. I was just all my weight around it.
Hey.
Fucking. That's when they saw me and they're like, "Oh my god, you could hit." I'm like, if I could see it.
Man, I remember that's like I say, man. You're for like my first game on varsity, dude. We're playing Lake Forest. And we went up there on a Saturday, 90 degrees. We played at 3 o'clock.
That sucks.
I went up there and seen them boys walk out the locker room. I said, "Coach, we playing them?" I said it to Coach Cahornan. He said, "Yeah, why?" I said, "I don't know." In all the years of me playing football, I had never been scared to play football. That was the first time I was fucking scared to play, when I seen them big ass boys come out. They was just as big as we was.
It's scary when you meet a team that's the same size or bigger.
Man, I was just like, oh man. But they didn't touch me.
No. No.
That's one thing I can say.
No.
They didn't touch me.
Hot knife through fucking soft butter for sure.
They couldn't touch me. I was.
And like I remember, there's another like again, I have really shitty memory. Like I have black spots of like my entire past It sucks. But I remember a real tall white boy. I don't know if he was a wide receiver.
He was a quarterback.
Was he? Mike?
No, he was a wide receiver.
Drove over?
Yeah, he was a wide receiver.
Like him. I was always cool with him. I was cool with him.
He was one of my favorite. He was one of my favorite wide receivers that I know if I was going to that side.
He was so fucking tall, man.
He was blocking his ass off.
Oh, I believe it. He was a big dude.
Yeah, we had another guy that's his size.
Very,
we had
very,
Sean
very
Lewis.
Fit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was our quarterback. I mean, I'm gonna tell you now. I think my best year. I wouldn't say my best year, but
I feel like, man, when those teams, I feel like they wanted to play. They wanted to.
We were hungry.
That's what it felt like, man.
We were hungry.
Cahorn didn't accept anything less.
No. Cahorn was.
I felt like, because I swear to God, he went undefeated the entire through the seasons, my entire high school time I was there.
Cahorn was that man. I don't care what nobody say.
Just couldn't win the last fucking game. God damn it.
But he was a hellified coach. And to this day, I said if I ever go to be a high school head coach and take over a high school program, I'm gonna coach. I'm gonna be the believer of him, how he was.
Oh yeah, dude. I could
You
see.
You show up to practice late.
That he fucking thought of.
No, it wasn't even that. You show up to practice late. You're not dressing. Don't show up to a practice. You're not dressing.
Oh, in that aspect.
I'm not gonna suspend you for a quarter or suspend you for a half. I'm gonna make you learn. Because shit is not just given to you. I don't care if you was a fucking all-star. It's not given to you. You gotta earn it.
If they're an all-star and they have an ego of an all-star, that bench is gonna really humble them the fuck down.
It sure is, because
I used to like guys like that, man.
Cahorn made sure
bench like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh man, you were talking a lot of
exactly.
shit.
Now look what you're doing. But you're on the bench. Like that was one thing. My mother, she'll never let me be late to a practice. If practice was at 7 o'clock, if practice was at 7 o'clock, she was waking me up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to get up and get ready.
You know, I think that's key, man, because don't get me wrong, my mother was there, but having that parental unit that pushes you is so fucking important. I think that's a problem with a lot of homes now, is there's only that one parental unit that's just burnt out.
Yeah, my mom made sure I was there. If she had to drive me,
right.
Or when I got my license, I drove myself. Because the minute I wake up, I'm ready to go. She just told me to leave and go to school. I'm driving her car. I had to listen.
Yeah.
I mean, then I got to that point where it was just second nature for me just to wake up and just wake up, get ready, go to school. Wake up, get ready, go to school. Sometimes I spent the night over at a teammate's house. They'd be like, why are you up so early, dude? This is just the way I am. My mom wakes me up this much. I have to do what I have to do. We got to go. Let's go.
Dude, yeah, man.
But it was like,
It's a different way of life, too, dude.
Yes. It is. It is.
I had the conversation with another guy I had on the show, but that's just like every 10 years, maybe even like 9 years, every generation, it just feels like it's just dramatically different. You know what I mean? And like the way I remember high school is a huge difference than the way it is now. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
there's so many differences. Like,
it's a lot of differences in high school.
I guess you got away with a lot more when we were younger. I could say that, like, I remember my elders, my uncles, my older cousins, like, oh man, we got away with a lot more when we were younger. I get it.
Yeah,
now.
we got away with a lot.
Now.
I mean, back when we were in high school, dude, we got away with a lot more than what today's world is. Because now you think about it. Back then, they didn't have many security guards in schools.
No.
Now?
I feel like there was more sense back then, though.
That's what I'm saying. Now some of these kids don't have no sense, man.
Right, they want to immediately go for it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sad.
Just like, okay, and I don't know if you remember me, but well, no, you.
Yeah, you did, because you hung out with that ICP.
Kind of.
Yeah,
I hung out with everybody. There was, but that, like, my freshman, sophomore into my junior year is when I was always a problem. I was coming from, in a sense, like middle of the city, like 46 and Hermitage, so I had that like gang bangerish mentality, you know. So I was at my freshman year especially. I was constantly fighting. I think I was suspended half the year and then in detention the other half.
I think I had one detention. No, high school. Shit.
Yeah.
My freshman year I had one. My sophomore, junior, senior year, I didn't have none until my senior year after football season was over. I had detentions every week. I don't know why. It was just that I can't even tell you why. I just had detentions. I didn't like going to class.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I already knew I was graduating. I already signed my letter saying I was going to Wisconsin, but I just didn't. But that's now, like now it's so different to where I don't want none of these kids to think that your senior year. Oh, I already got enough credits to graduate. Oh, I already signed my letter. No.
Yeah.
Now they can pull that scholarship.
Don't slow
Now
down.
they can pull that scholarship just like this. They see your grades slacking. Now it's so much harder to get into colleges than it was when I was growing up. It's so much harder.
I bet.
And I look at these curriculums compared to when I was there. I'm like, this shit is outrageous. You can't really. A kid can't have a 2.3 on his cumulative GPA and get into a University of Minnesota, University of Wisconsin, Penn State, Auburn, Alabama. If he has a 2.3, that motherfucker better get a 1750 on his SAT because now they do
That
the
better
SAT.
be a goddamn prodigy.
That or they're gonna make some ways to happen to get them in there, but other than that,
Right? Yeah.
they're not gonna
special.
get. They're not gonna get no. You're not gonna get in no school with those grades. Yeah, you might get into a little JUCO, but not Division 1, Division 2, Division 3.
You'll be a hometown hero, and by the time you're
D1 AA,
30 years
NAIA,
old,
you're
selling
not gonna
used
get it.
cars on a lot, wondering what the fuck you did with your life.
Where did you fuck up at? Is what you're gonna think, and
Yeah.
that's why
That's the worst place to be.
Mm-hmm. And now that I talk to so many kids, and I'm on these kids, it's like kids be like, Dion, why you like this? I say because I care about you and I want to see you succeed. I don't want to see you on a police blotter or at 26 in California.
Tell me about it.
I don't want to see none of that. I want to see you come back 20 years from now and say, thank you, Dion, for being like that to me. Or come back 5 years from now. Thanks, coach. I want to see that. I don't want to see me reading the newspaper like, man, I remember this kid. He was just one of those normal average kids in school, but now look what he did. He in a police blotter. I don't want to see none of that, and that's why I am the way I am with some of these kids.
You hate to see that kind of shit too, man.
Of course.
Somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's sister. You know that sucks. Hate to see it.
Of course you do. It's not what you want or how you want it, but that's why you got to live the way you live and do the shit that you do the way you want to do it, and just stay out of the way. Because gun violence, that's another topic that I just hate getting on, because gun violence it's like some of these rap songs that's coming out. They talking about always shooting people. Why? For what? And y'all know these young kids is listening to that. What in your right mind they want to see you with a gun in a video, or a gun in general in a video? Talking about I run up to your house and I blow the whole house down. Like, why? What for?
Well, I mean,
I'm killing everybody.
Let's talk about this. I like this topic. Specifically, because you're right though. You're 100% right. I'm not going to debate you on that. Absolutely not. You're 100% right. But if you slow down and think about it, damn near every fucking rap song from 90 to now has had involved either drugs, sex, the life, some form of dominance over women, sexual innuendos. It's nothing like it's. Ever since the end of the 80s all the way to now, dude, it's just been ramped the fuck up. And
yeah, that is
it
true.
has gotten worse and worse and worse. Because before it was just gangster rap. And that's all you heard about that. Now now it's hip hop. It doesn't have any kind of music.
Yeah, you're right. Now it's
any
just
kind of music.
But now
that's all
now more you see in the 2000s to now, though.
I mean, Tupac was amazing, but I mean, like, just
He was with
listen to him.
females. It was about females.
Right.
It was about
Like,
this
listen
and
to
about that. But don't get me wrong, he was a hell of a fine rapper. He's a Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
Pac is a Hall of Famer.
He will
But
always have the seat that he
from
has.
now into the from the 2000s to now, yeah, you had those funny Laffy Taffy. You had that. You had Whistle While You Twerk. You had damn Whistle While You Twerk with the Yin Yang Twins. That was about girls shaking their
There's
ass.
a lot of stupid songs that
But then right.
every once in a
But
while.
now you get more and more to everything is gun violence. You see,
Yeah.
if you go to put it like this, you go from 2015 to now, and just pick a random ass rapper, I guarantee you're gonna see guns in his video. And it's sad because you're starting to see. I've just seen a 12-year-old.
Look at
shoot.
that.
Right. I just seen a 12-year-old kid is in jail for the rest of his life because he killed somebody because he had a gun.
Yeah, stupid.
Just like shit that's been happening. Kids killing adults. Adults killing a kid. Because this kid think he tough and got a gun and want to shoot at somebody and don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's getting wrong guidance. It's sad. In the world, in this society today, it's fucking sad how kids is dying left and right because dumb motherfuckers are just shooting and don't know how to fucking shoot a gun.
Gun safety is key.
Yes, gun safety is key. I mean, granted, I'm carried to conceal. I have my gun.
Right.
But I would never have my gun around my kids.
Oh, no.
My kids would never, ever. They might see me put it away, but they would never, ever be around it.
Yeah,
In their presence where they could just grab it and shoot themselves. Fuck no.
No, my kids don't even know. There's no point.
There's no point. There's no point to even, like, have that mentality.
Not until I feel...
I don't give a damn. My kids would be over 21 before they even think about it.
Oh, see, that's a little old. I wanted to train them on how to shoot by like early teenage years. Get them acclimated to it, to holding it, shooting it, going to like the gun ranges or whatnot.
I mean, yeah, if you want to take them with
supervised visit, you know, like
yeah,
do it the right way.
Just
Have
make sure
them actually trained to do it.
But you know, fucking kids is getting guns from anybody these days.
Right, I understand that.
And people are just, oh, he got the money. I'm just gonna get the money and sell my gun from him. 10-year-old kid, 11-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid. The fuck?
Right.
Like, you can't know.
Selling the gun for like $30 and some gum. Like, come on, kid, you're supposed to be an entrepreneur. You could get at least $200 for that piece. $300 if the serial number is sorry, my bad. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Dumbass. You're a dumbass. But everything, like I say, like these kids be I mean, it's just bad with these songs today. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No, I mean it's ridiculous.
Some of them is mediocre songs. Like, I'll listen to certain songs, and then when I hear them talking about shooting or killing or blowing a trigger or whatever, I'm just changing the fucking song. You get in my car, you better hope
the radio off.
You better hope you like Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Isley Brothers, because that's all you're gonna hear me playing sometimes.
You know, my work truck, when I get in there, I have it. There's 2 stations and 2 stations only. There's AM 560, because, I mean, no secret, Republican, whatever. I like those talk radios. But the other station is the classical, like, music. Like, just classical music. Like, half the day it's Mozart and you know, shit like that.
I think he's still in fucking music class.
Bro, I love it. I love that style of music. I love opera. I love I love fucking music, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
And that calms me down so much, dude. It's like I can't even really listen to like other music unless it's like the music I grew up with. You know? But
yeah,
that's just me stuck in that genre. Ooh, whatever. Fucking sing, fuck off. I'm not that old. Fuck you.
You got your ARP?
You're right around the corner.
Hey man, I'm 35.
Right. I said it the other day. I'll be cresting 40 soon.
Next year.
Well, what's this year? Yeah. Fuck.
Next year, this motherfucker be. Hey, A-Part, you got your ARP card? Here's your card. Here's your 10% discount for your coffee.
Man, if I can get it, fuck yeah.
You get 20% off your whole
I worked my whole goddamn life to get that 10% discount. Hey, look, man. If I'm able to take advantage of it, I'll do it. You got
Who
me
wouldn't?
fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Sarah,
man.
would you like for me to cart you? Yes, sir. I am just a bail, but dick. I need
You're fucking
to
dumb.
rail me through the door.
But man, I don't mean to cut this short.
Oh man. Thank you for coming then.
Yeah, man, I gotta.
Well,
get
if you
up-
want, plug yourself, plug your team, plug your
Hey,
schedule.
reach out to me if you need training.
Twitter, whatever.
Primetime Sports Academy. You can find me on Twitter, Dion Primetime Foster. Reach out and holler at me. I'll give you the best advice.
This was nice, man.
All right, man.
Thanks for coming
Oh,
in.
no
dude.
problem.
All right. Peace.
Deuces.